This has been a big year for cotton and high divers down in South Georgia. Farming and diving sound like a strange combination, but not in Moultrie. Tonight, Jim Kazurski takes us for a closer look at the crop of champion divers they're raising up there. First, you tell us about building airplanes in Moultrie. Now you're telling us about this.
Surprising place, Moultrie.
Lots of stuff going on.
Yeah. Cotton is expected in the fields down around Moultrie, Georgia, but a high diving platform rising out of a pasture is a surprise. However, Moultrie, Georgia is one of the best places in the entire U.S. to raise cotton and high divers. There's some pretty successful farmers down around Moultrie, Georgia. One of their best crops is cotton. There was a bumper crop of cotton this year. And another thing Moultrie makes a lot of is divers. And this year, there was a harvest of gold.
This summer, we were really happy. We won the National Age Group Championship as a team. We had 2 national champions. We were just totally pleased with that. It was just so exciting. Did it in our own pool.
That's right. This world-class diving pool is in Moultrie, 200 miles from nowhere. But it's the place to be if you want to dive. Where are you from?
Texas.
Where are you from?
Illinois.
What are you doing here in Moultrie, Georgia?
Diving.
Katie Beth Bryant left her family behind in Illinois. She lives with Nikki Unroe. Nikki wants a college scholarship and convinced her mother to move to Moultrie to better her chances.
That's good!
Because this is the best program in the whole country.
Moultrie went out of its way, out of the country in fact, to recruit top coaches.
I haven't seen a hail up yet. Come on, Troy, can hold it.
Wen Po Chen, a former member of China's national diving team, was coaching in Canada when Moultrie tracked him down.
First time I'm so surprised because so small town they have so good facility. I was decided if they want me, I would be here.
Moultrie's head coach is Jay LaRue, also a coach of international caliber. He was recruited out of Milwaukee.
And he said if I come down here and get my roots set, he'd build a pool for us. And this is what he did for us right here.
Jay is talking about Moose Moss, master diving coach, and World War II Flying Tiger fighter pilot. After the war, Moose came back to Moultrie and started growing cotton. And he and his wife, Jane Austen Moss, had 4 children, and the kids all became interested in diving. So Moose cleared a spot of pasture near the house and built a pool.
He was so interested in the children, what they were doing, and with the diving program, and that's why he built the pool, was for them to have a good place to practice.
And the pool in the pasture was host to regional competition over the years. Jane handled the logistics.
The recreation department sent me bleachers to put up and all the equipment.
And the rest is in the record book.
Well, this little pool here turned out 7 world champions and over 100 YMCA All-Americans and a state championship, high school championship for like 17 years straight.
Before he passed away in 1993, Moose Moss spearheaded the building of the new pool with boards and platforms from 3 feet to 30. The Moose Moss complex has been called the best dive training pool in the country and perhaps the world.
Where a child can go as far as they can dream about going. And that's our major purpose, is to provide that structure.
How good is the high diving pool in Moultrie? Good enough to host the 1996 Olympics, they think there, and Moultrie made a bid for it too. As it stands now, at least 4 countries want to send their divers there to prepare for the 1996 Games in Atlanta.
What an incredible facility. Who owns it now? The Mosses still own it?
No, they turned it over to the city. They raised the Moss Farms Diving raised $500,000 They turned it over to the city, so it's now a city pool.
Do most diving teams across the country and around the world know about this facility?
Oh, yeah, they do now. They held the junior championships or the 18 and under championships there this summer, and the U.S. Olympic coaches and everybody that has anything to do with diving, the who's who, were all there. And Brenda, you wanted to be a diver. It
Yeah, that's my confession. I wanted to be
you.
an Olympic diver. I just could see myself jumping off of that high dive.
You just need some great coaches.
Listen, I need to learn how to dive first. I didn't know how to do that.
I know where you can get the practice.
Thanks for telling us about Moultrie. Sure. Coming up next on Eyewitness News Prime Time, the odds aren't good, but in Cleveland, residents hold out hope that their Browns will stay. And later, you've heard of a stomach in knots. Well, this young woman's whole body is a knot.
Now, tonight's primetime Wall Street Roundup.